So what are you doing?
I am setting up the lock because I get to pull you up.
Slave 1 is still up here. Had to do what I had to do with the Windex. All right, here we go. We out. This is it.
So what are you doing?
I am setting up the lock because I get to pull you up.
She ran it through the lock over there. Point. There you go.
Yeah.
She ran it through the lock so she can lock me in as she's winching me up. And what I'm going to be doing today is we have some of our on our roller furling, we have some of our screws that we need to make sure are all tightened up and everything like that before we put up our head sail. And then I got to go up with my handy dandy little Allen wrench. It's kind of stupid that I have to go all the way up there just to tighten up a few little screws, but oh well.
Inspect the rigging while you're at it.
Yep, inspect the rigging while we have the sails down, because going up there with the sails is a pain.
Yeah.
So. So while I am getting ready to give her a final wash down so we can wash where we were in the trees, and now that we got all the stuff off the deck and all that other stuff done, Madeline's over there. Ba-bing! She's doing some laundry, some last minute stuff, and I am gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna try to start the engine after it's been sitting here for 8 months. Change the oil, change the filter, polish the fuel. So hopefully everything will be all hunky-dory and we'll be good to go. So let's see how this works. See how she does. Just let her run for a little bit. And then I'm gonna let her run for a little bit, and after I shut her down, I'm going to go ahead and check the fluids again and add some oil if she needs it, and that's it really. As long as she's spitting out water and she's running, I'm okay. So one of the things I learned in that class that I took that I was telling you about, that a diesel maintenance class that Madeline so luxuriously fell into her lap with the I'm just checking on my gauges. Alternator's working, oil pressure's up, temperature hasn't moved yet obviously because I just turned it on. But yeah, so anyway, so in that diesel maintenance class that Madeline was so lucky to fall into her lap from the women who sail, I learned that one thing I was doing wrong, like consistently all the time, was I was like, oh, I'm just gonna start the engine and let it run, and then start the engine and let it run for a while at idle, like you would a car. I'm just doing my belt checks and stuff like that, make sure everything's working. So I was starting it and letting it run like you would like a car to let charge the battery. You know, and just let it run at idle. Well, kind of find out that's actually a really bad thing to do on these. So I stopped doing it. Good, we're still spitting out water. So I actually now, whenever I start it and do this, I'm going to be doing like I'm doing right now. Just run it up, you know, 800 or 900 RPMs, just, and don't let it run at idle. And then I'm just gonna let it warm up for a good 5 or 10 minutes and start washing down the deck, and then come back here, shut it all down, and check my fluids. Woo! I don't know why I was so stressed about it, but I was freaking out about it. Don't know why, but we're good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe. And now she's over there doing a celebratory call, telling everybody, yay, we got the engine started. You probably couldn't hear her on camera, but yeah, she was cheering over there when she heard it fire up the first time. So, whew, feels so much better. So, our PFDs, unfortunately, were stolen, but somebody gifted us some, so we're gonna try to make do with what it is. We got a similar one. It's older, but whatever. But it needed a new cartridge, and you can tell it needs a new cartridge because the indicator's red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart so that I can go to the store, since this is our last day here, and we're going to have a vehicle readily available to use. So we're going to go to West Marine and see if we can get a refill cartridge for it. So I'm going to take it apart. So what you'll normally see here, and this is something I'm going to try to either, I don't know what I'm going to do for this. I'm going to try to super glue it back on or whatever. Like I said, it was gifted to us, so I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth.
No.
Anyway.
We're super grateful because we could not leave without any PFDs.
Yeah.
So.
And we just flat out don't have the money to buy another one right now. So what I did was, normally this is what it'll look like. And then you can look and you can see that it's red. So you need to change it. So you'll open the PFD up, unzip it, pull it out, and then you have to grab it from the inside and flip it inside out. Once you get it inside out, on the other part of it, you unzip it, is your little key that you use to take the cover off. So obviously it has an airtight seal and a water seal on here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into here and I'm going to work it in, and then I'm going to twist it until this ring comes free. Once the ring comes free, I can then twist, theoretically, then I can twist this. Now when I twist this ring, the locking ring is what frees this up, so then I can take this off. Then I can work my way of taking this puppy out. And then that's it. That's all there is to it. Has the model number on it, what it is, blah blah blah. And then basically this is how it goes together. It goes together like this. The locking ring locks it back into place, and then it should seal tight. So we're just going to reverse that process, but we're going to go first. Another thing I'm going to check here is also, I want to make sure this ring is good. It's not cracked or broken or gunked up or anything like that, so we can get a good seal so that it will. So I'm going to take a picture of this so I know, and I'm going to take this with me, and I'm going to go see if they got a rearming kit at West Marine. So we got to be safe. It is what it is. So I'm super thankful that somebody was able to gift us this, and we were able to at least have something, because that was a it was really disappointing and really upsetting when we're getting ready to go and we're doing our last little checklist and come to find out that they had ripped off our PFDs as well. So, all right guys, that's how you do that. So thank you to the person who gifted us this, because we did not have it in our budget, and we do what we can, you know. And the sailing community is a pretty awesome community. It's one of the reasons why we love it, because if you have a little, you give a little, and that's usually a pretty universal thing. So people who have things, and they're usually looking for somebody that can appreciate what they want to get rid of. And a lot of the times it's things that you need. So it's awesome. That's one of the reasons why we love this community, and same as we do. Whenever we have things that we see somebody with something, we try to help them out as much as possible. So yep, we're ready to go. All we got to do is top off with fuel. I already topped off all the water tanks, water jugs, solar shower, and we are good to go. All right, so Slave 1 is still up here. Had to do what I had to do with the Windex. Not a fan of it, but hey, it'll get us until we can get the boot key. We'll just buy another one. And there's Mady down there. Whoop whoop. Hey babe. All right, so I got the first ones done. We got our top spreaders all redone and everything like that. The tips were still really good on them, so I just kind of peeled off the old tape and retaped it and everything, so it looks all nice and clean, and it's got a fresh coat of paint tape on it. So now that it has all that, I'm gonna talk to Madeline, who's still talking down there, and yeah, we'll get down to the first set of spreaders. This is the second set, or I guess it depends on if you're talking about up or down, and yeah, we're good to go. So talks, imagine that, Madeline talking to people. All right, so we're all done here. Now we have the lowers done. So the upper spreaders are done. Wind vane is fixed. And the lowers are done. That's about everything I need to do on the mast today. And actually one of the only few things I need left to do, period. So we're getting ready to haul butt out of here very shortly. All right, we're all topped off. We have our water topped off, our fuel topped off, our diesel and gasoline. So now it's just time to start the puppy up. Now that we're all fueled up, we got us all tied up at the dock here pretty secure. We're gonna put it in gear, and then I'm gonna adjust the stuffing box, because I just stopped it from dripping when we put it in the water. But with that new packing, I need to run it for a minute or two and just make sure that it should be, from what we understand and everything we read and what we've been told over the years, is that you want it to drip about once every 10 seconds maybe. So, and then when it's in neutral, and the shaft's not turning, it shouldn't drip at all. So it should drip only like once every 10 seconds when it's in gear. So I'm gonna put it in gear, tie it up to the dock, and hopefully not go anywhere. So we should be all right though. And I'll just get this adjusted, and then that's literally the last thing we have to do before we go. So I'm gonna do this. Hey, we're free. Little bump off here. Yep. All right, here we go. We out. This is it. Madeline's up there taking the lines off. Everybody's saying bye to us. Can't say enough great things about this place. This place is friggin' awesome. So apparently, we like the marina so much, we're driving back past it. In all actuality, way down there is our first bridge, and that's a swing bridge for the railway. Well, kind of find out we were leaving, and we called the bridge, and they actually had a train broke down. So they think it's going to be about another 20 minutes now that they got it cleared. So we're just going to kind of go up a little bit and then just float our way back down, because we don't feel like sitting there holding and just fighting the wind. This way we can just go up here and then let the wind just kind of slowly blow us down. We should be good. So we're eventually going to get underway, which is fine because it's only going to be 4.5 hours to our anchorage. So we just like to get places before dark, and considering it's dark around 7:30ish, we have plenty of time to kind of get settled in a little bit before we get too messy. So here we are, this is what we're doing.
The source of our heart attacks, this one says it's right at 55. Ay. Go more to the center. That wake got you.
All right, so as you can see, we're not moving. We're bobbing around a little bit, but we're not moving, and we're not at anchor. We are basically in the middle of the channel, right next to this boat over here. That, what happened to them?
They also ran aground. But this is like, this is high tide. It's the middle of the channel, and we're following the exact same direction we came in. So for sure, I don't understand this. But Jesse's coming to the rescue. Towboat US. Gotta love it.
That membership
Don't
just
leave home without Towboat US.